We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way.
New Delhi, one of the fastest growing cities in the world, has a population of more than 21 million people. Over the years, the city has become richer, more urbanized, with a better standard of living and infrastructure. At the same time, rapid industrialization and increasing inflation has led to longer working hours for both parents, to cater to the demands of the fast-paced city life. This, coupled with the breakdown of the long-standing tradition of the joint family system, has led to children growing up without proper guidance and family support, causing a significant increase in violent activities and consumption of drugs. In a recent survey, Delhi was voted the most unsafe city in India, with cases of rapes, child abuse, and gun violence increasing at an alarming rate, with a significant increase in juvenile offenders. The lack of parental time, unhealthy lifestyle, constant pressure to excel has made the privileged kids more prone to engage in violence and drugs, whereas the underprivileged children are massively exploited and forced into a life of abuse and crime. This is just the tip of the iceberg. What festers underneath the surface is a serious threat for the next generation. Drug abuse and trafficking, rapes and violent crimes, guns in society, child trafficking, growing divide between rich and poor, and challenges faced by law enforcement. Unorganized crime and gang violence, a serious threat for Generation Next. Unorganized crime is harder to monitor and directly affects the whole society, especially children and women. If not proactively dealt with, the children and youth will live in a society filled with guns and drugs, causing a significant increase in rape, crime, abuse, gun violence, and fatalities all across Delhi. With the escalation of crimes in the city, the trust between society and police is on the decline, and there exists a disturbing paradox. We are constantly blaming the police for our own inadequacies and creating a difficult environment for the protection system to succeed in. We are asking for support without supporting them. Low salaries combined with extremely difficult working conditions and constant criticism from the media and society is keeping the youth of today away from the law enforcement agencies, thus creating an exodus of talent from the current police force. A statistical case study of Los Angeles in the 1990s reveals an environment full of crime, driven by a vicious cycle revolving around youth, money, drugs, gangs, and guns. Due to strong policing, active government, and social interventions, the crime rate in LA has dropped drastically in the last 20 years, especially in the cases of homicide resulting from gang violence. Brazil is currently facing a situation of gang violence similar to LA in the 1990s, a developing economy with a social and economic structure similar to India's. Brazil in the past 20 years has witnessed more than 2 million deaths from gun-related violence. Delhi is poised to face a situation similar to what LA faced in the 90s and what Brazil is currently facing. To build a safe and progressive environment, we need to instill moral, ethical, and social values in our children and youth with a strong and resourceful police force supported by parents and society. A recent study by the United Nations highlights how sports can be used as an effective tool for social and moral development of children and youth in a society. A healthy and spirited lifestyle through sports that nurtures physical, psychological, and mental development while building valuable social connections is essential for the holistic development of children and youth. Case studies highlighting the impact of sports worldwide indicate how a sport transcends the boundaries of religion, caste, color, and economic background and creates a feeling of oneness and pride within a community. In Iraq, football got the people together amidst a civil war after they won the AFC Cup in 2007. In South Africa, Nelson Mandela used rugby as a uniting force to bridge the existing divide between the blacks and whites in the country. Winning the '95 Rugby World Cup brought a change in the country's conscience. In 1967, the two factions involved in the Nigerian Civil War agreed to a 48-hour ceasefire so they could watch Pelé play an exhibition game in Lagos. On that day, a single footballer stopped a war. Seeing the impact of sports worldwide, Project Yuva, the brainchild of the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Shri Tejendra Khanna, was launched by the Delhi police with the aim of tackling child and juvenile problems through sports and vocational training. Under the aegis of Project Yuva, the Child and Youth Development Program through sports is a joint initiative by the 3rd Battalion Delhi Armed Police and the TheFootballLink. This is the 5-phase program aimed at nurturing and protecting children by giving them a better future away from crime and abuse through a fun and exciting sports-based platform with support from the society and the Delhi police. Various on-ground presentations will be organized in slums, schools and colleges across Delhi to highlight the benefit of a sport and to create awareness on how the police can protect its citizens. Through a common philosophy, true to the player, true to the game, this initiative is a collective effort by all stakeholders in society to build a better future for our next generation. The program aims at providing a healthy lifestyle through coaching and sporting competitions and various scouting and talent development programs. Food and clothing will be given to underprivileged children and periodic medical camps will be organized for all participants. A specialized vocational training program will also be initiated to provide training and encourage these children and youth to explore job opportunities in the police force, various government and private organizations. This program will be constantly monitored by independent organizations to ensure its transparency, accountability, quality, and effectiveness. Various case studies and surveys will be undertaken to identify and analyze the impact of the program. By the end of this year, we plan to expand to 5 training centers across Delhi, catering to 1,000 children, both girls and boys, from the privileged and underprivileged segments of society. The pilot project to evaluate the impact of the program, benefiting more than 200 children, is underway at the police ground at Vikaspuri, in collaboration with the 3rd Battalion, Delhi Armed Police. A detailed feasibility study, requirement report, An expense breakup sheet is available on request. Program Goals, New Delhi, 2013 to 2015. Protect children and youth from abuse and exploitation while enabling them to excel in all spheres of their life. Create a Delhi-based football team from the program participants through coaching and scouting activities. Conduct case studies to evaluate and quantify the benefits of the program. Develop a successful model around sports that can be replicated by law enforcement agencies across the country. The program needs the support of the parents, coaches, schools, colleges, NGO, sponsors, CSR, media, government, and the police to unite the city for a common cause through a sport. Child and Youth Development Program to bring a smile on every child's face by empowering them with various life and social skills under the protection and guidance of the Delhi Police.